It is now time for part 2 of preserving my breast milk. So, at the end of last video, we spread this out on a sheet of paper to let it dry. It's already dried and falling off of everything. So, this is just preserved breast milk, which is amazing. Got a motor and pestle here. I don't believe I ever say that correctly. Don't come for me. Just don't. Just don't. Okay, so I'm going to try to get this in there without making a huge mess. Just kind of rub the paper until everything comes off. Scrape that a little bit with this here spoon. Neat. Alright, so I've got most of it into this bowl here. Like I said, this makes up a lot of powder. So, and this is when you guys might not like this sound. You just want it in a fine powder so that you can add it to resin. It's already turning into this really fine powder. Doesn't take much. Alright, and I am going to add it into this little baby food jar. And I'll keep this stored in like a cool, dark place to save as my daughter's. But I've got this little tea mesh strainer, very fine wire strainer. And I'm just going to strain out, kind of sift it into there. Doing this over a plate so that I can catch anything. This is just to make sure that everything is just really fine. There aren't any really big clumps or anything. It of course made a huge mess. This is way more than what I'm going to need to make my breast milk ring. So I'm going to save the rest of it and do something completely different with it. Planning on making like a wall hanging with all of my kids' breast milk. But this, way more than what I'll need to make a breast milk ring. And depending on what you guys are making with your milk, this might be enough, this might be too much, this might not be enough. It all depends on the opacity you want and what you're making. Oops, enjoy my ceiling. And I've just got some extra dust down here. I want to make sure every precious little crumb gets used. And there you have it. Didn't really dirty too much. You could also use, you don't have to use a mortar and pestle and a tea strainer. These are just things I already had in my home. You can also use a spoon and a bowl. It's like, it wasn't very hard to grind up. A lot of the grinding process was actually done just by rubbing that little piece of paper together. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could also take a bowl and just break it up with your fingers, as long as your fingers are dry. I mean, I would suggest maybe like gloves or something so that way the oils don't intermix with it, but definitely plenty there. I will be back with another video to show you guys how the ring is made. It's a bit more of a complicated process to make the ring, but all of that is saved, ready to be used to make jewelry. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. At the end of May, I should be getting my other ring, and I'm going to be taking some time to make that. So